Damien Leone, the writer-director of Terrifier 3, just made an interesting post on Instagram last night that may just confirm another one of my biggest theories for the upcoming threequel. Let's get into today's big old disgusting update. Hey everybody, welcome to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and like this video, or I will leave you a Hershey kiss from my butt on your pillow tonight. That's not a threat, it's a promise. Before we get into today's Terrifier 3 update, I really quickly want to thank my wonderful patrons who basically keep this channel alive. Without your support, I wouldn't be able to upload and stream as often as I do, and I greatly appreciate your support. Become a member today by clicking on the link in the description of this video, or by pressing the join button on this page. Thank you again to my channel members. Now let's get into today's theory. There has been a ton of news lately regarding the incredible folks behind the controversial Terrifier franchise. David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown in these movies, recently signed on to public domain horror flick Screamboat to play a murderous version of Steamboat Willie. He's already pretty violent in that original animation, so I don't feel like this is too far of a stretch. Talking a bit about this, Thornton says, "I'm beyond excited to join this incredible cast and bring Steamboat Willie to life with a horror twist. Screamboat is going to be a horrific and hilarious big screen thrill ride that fans won't want to miss." It marks the actor's second time working with director Stephen Lamorte, who also directed The Mean One, where David plays a slasher version of Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Specifically that version too. Talking about his mischievous mousy movie, Lamorte says, "I'm thrilled to be working on Screamboat, with such a killer cast from horror legends to comedy icons. David Howard Thornton is bringing our mischievous and murderous take on Screamboat Willie to life like never before. I can't wait for audiences to laugh and scream with us on board Screamboat." There's not much public domain horror that I'm excited about outside of Jagged Edge Productions that's currently building their twisted childhood universe, but this sounds like a blast. Even though I wasn't crazy about The Mean One, it's still so fun to see David Howard Thornton play a different type of killer. Finally talking about Terrifier 3, I know. Damien Leone made a post last night on Instagram announcing that the effects team has wrapped for Terrifier 3. The post read, "That's a wrap on our incredible makeup FX team, Tinsley MUA. It was scary relinquishing the makeup FX on Terrifier 3 to another team, since me and Phil Falcone did mainly all of the FX work on parts 1 and 2. But this time around, the scope of the film was just too big and the requirements were too great, so it was time to bring in an amazing team so I could focus on directing. Needless to say, the great Christian Tinsley and his crew brought my film into another stratosphere with their incredible artistry. They took on every insanely horrific idea I threw at them with gusto. No was never an option, even when it was something I came up with on the spot last minute. Those are the kinds of artists a director dreams of working with, so thank you sincerely for a wonderful collaboration, and I can't wait to see your work thrill audiences. To all the Terrifier fans out there, you seriously can't imagine what's in store for you come October. Your stomachs will turn and your minds will be blown." Also, a very special shout out and thank you to two key members who were there with us, knee deep in the bloody trenches every day on set, applying makeup and spraying blood, Heather Albert and Ryan Ward. You guys are an absolute joy to work with and total rock stars. Hashtag Terrifier 3. I know some folks might have been worried that the FX wouldn't look as good this time around, not being done by Damien and Phil Falcone, but I trust these effects will be sickening. After taking a look at the Instagram pages from all of the people who did the FX, I'm seeing a ton of impressive pieces. This dragon made by Heather Albert for another project, for instance, looks incredible so far. After hearing what Damien had to say about them in this post too, I trust that the effects will be better than ever in 3 under the supervision of the modern master himself. Speaking of masters of FX, Tom Savini will reportedly have a role in the film too. All the more reasons to be sure that the special effects will rock in this upcoming installment. No way is Tom going to attach himself to something that isn't super brutal and nasty. I did notice something about this post, however, that may just prove one of my biggest Terrifier 3 theories yet. First, my mall Santa theory was confirmed by videos posted to TikTok by passerbys, and now my shower kill theory may have just been confirmed by this post from the director. To further explain, this past winter, a casting call was put out for Terrifier 3 that was looking to recruit a few new characters. I've covered this in past videos, so I'll just be focusing on the two meatbags that will likely play into this theory. The new characters in question are Cole and Mia, two young college students who are loosely described as an obnoxious, horny couple. Cole is said to be Jonathan's college roommate, which is likely how they will play into a subplot of the upcoming slasher. And of course, course, be dead meat. Art doesn't like to leave too many survivors, as we know. There's a requirement for both characters on the casting call that says they will have to be partially nude for an intimate shower sequence. This will likely be your typical slasher setup of horny college kids looking for a place to bone, only to be interrupted by our movie's killer. With Damien's latest post, this is all but confirmed, as you can see bloody white tile in the background of this new picture in what seems to be a college dorm bathroom. Now, I've been to a few colleges in my life, and sometimes they'll have this shared bathroom that everyone on a respective floor has to use. It's your basic public restroom, but with a showering area. It's just as disgusting as you might imagine. I'm guessing our characters here can't bone in their room with Jonathan still hanging out, so, naturally, they decide to do the deed in the bacteria-laden shower. Ew, gross. It gets even nastier, though, as a Santa costume-wearing Art the Clown is likely going to sneak up on them here. I would not want to be the janitor who has to clean that up. What the kill could end up being, I'm not sure, but I kind of hope it's a play on that infamous Friday the 13th Part 2 kill where the couple is skewered through the bed on top of each other. That, but standing up in a shower, and of course, drawn the heck out. Art isn't much for quick kills though, so who knows. The other big thing to note about this post is that Art is dressed as Santa at this point, meaning this sequence happens after he skins the mall Santa's face off. I imagine this could be something similar to what happened in Terrifier 2 during the end of the second act. You'll recall that Art kidnapped Jonathan after stuffing his mother's face with some freshly made mashed potatoes. Those look delicious, Art. Maybe our clowny fella is once again going after Jonathan to lure out Sienna. Now here's where I believe the third act will differ from Terrifier 2's. Jonathan will likely get away this time and get back to his cousin's house where Sienna is currently staying. Art the Clown, hot on his heels, arrives shortly after to cause chaos, as he always does. Maybe it's Christmas Eve night, the cops show up, we get some extra kills from this, and of course, a badass fight sequence between Art and Sienna. The rematch, one might say. This is just my theory for how T3 will flow, but I don't feel like I'm too far off. We already know that the mall, a college dorm, and a few residential areas will be locations in the new film based on set photos and videos. Regardless, the most exciting things about Terrifier 3 have yet to be revealed, like the majority of the brutal kills Damien has promised us, and the extension of Art the Clown's mysterious lore. Who the heck is this guy, and how did Sienna's dad know about him? Maybe this next movie will finally answer those long-awaited questions. Hey everybody, real quickly before we wrap this up, I just started a new gaming channel called Golgotha. I already got it up to 100-something subscribers, and I'm looking to get it monetized before the end of the summer. Please go subscribe to that page, and check out the latest video where I'm playing the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game. I am having a blast with that so far. I highly recommend it if you have not tried it yet. Check out that video if you want to get a little taste of what some of the gameplay's like. Thank you to everyone who has already subscribed to all of my pages, including Groovy Smoothie, this page, and Golgotha. What do you guys think about my Terrifier 3 theory, and are you excited for the new movie arriving on October 11th of this year? We are not too far away, fellas. Should be getting a trailer here soon as well. Leave me something about it in the comments. Please like this video and subscribe, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.